howdy ho, friends. I haven't seen you for a while. Little bit of a summer break. Nothing bad, just a vacation, and that's good for all of us. But, sometimes we get advice, don't we? Sometimes advice that we don't even ask for. But when we do get this advice of people that know better, and we don't listen to them, we can run into some trouble. And that's what happens in this darling, and I mean super, super darling book, Lighthouse and the Little Boat. Because this happy face, see him right there, he's got the cutest little smiley face. This happy face little boat and this lighthouse had this beautiful relationship. But the lighthouse has a lot of experience about being out on the ocean, and the little boat does not. Well, this is cleverly written by Katie Frawley and beautifully illustrated by Ben Mantle. So, away we sail, as I sit in the chair, just to say. Makes me want to go to the coast when I see these pictures. Once there was a lighthouse. Now, this lighthouse has quite a position it sits on, right? It has just this hill outcrop directly into the ocean, right? And all the boats pull into the harbor for safe harbor. She stood proud and steady, strong and bright, in fair weather and foul. She towered over the waters and guided ships to safe harbor. All who anchored within her sight felt the warm glow of her protection. Everything is as it should be, she said to the wind. The wind agreed, swirling the treetops with a gentle breeze. Beautiful sunny day, calm waters, happy days, and along comes our little boat. One summer morning, Lighthouse spied a small boat docked snugly in her berth. New to the harbor? Lighthouse called. I'm new to everything, the boat said cheerily. My name's Brightness. Welcome, Brightness. I'm Lighthouse. I watch over the harbor, the inlet, the dark waters beyond. Dark waters? Brightness shivered her sails. I think I'll stay right here by my dock, if you please, which is a really good plan. It's just a small little boat, and the ocean is oh so big. You are young. That is as it should be, Lighthouse smiled. Stick close to me, I'll keep you safe. Morning after morning, the salt air whipped through Brightness's riggings. The sun sparkled on the rippled water, and laughing seagulls invited Brightness to play. But soon, curiosity drew her eye to the horizon. She began to feel the pull of the tide along her hull and deep into her heart. Perhaps today I'll peek around, Brightness said. Lighthouse winked. Ah, well, a peek wouldn't hurt. But of course, look, again, it's a beautiful day. Waters are very calm. Uh-oh, get ready. Brightness shimmied free of her familiar dock lines and tested the waters. Whoops! Right? Because, first time on training wheels, if you will, right? Without them. She slipped and skidded in the lightly lapping surf. Watch for the jetty, Lighthouse fretted. Brightness bounced off a buoy, disturbing ancient pelicans. And steer clear of the big boats, Lighthouse called. They won't see you, and they'll knock you right over. The salt spray tickled. This is fun, Brightness said, laughing. I love this picture. Look, this point of perspective with the otters down below looking up into Brightness's, hull. I think that's a cool picture and really well done. Day after day, Brightness grew in bravery, curiosity, and wonder. Look at me! Look what I can do! Be careful, the Lighthouse called. Here in the harbor I can protect you, but out there, I know. Brightness sighed and glanced at the horizon. Thank you for watching over me. She nestled into the foam at the lighthouse's feet. Lighthouse beamed. So the first warning has been given. Don't go too far. As warm summer breezes cooled, Lighthouse began to worry about the rougher weather awaiting them. She knew these waters and the powerful storms winter could bring. But Brightness didn't have a care in the world. More and more she slipped away from the lighthouse's long and watchful shadow. She chatted with the rusty trawlers and stately sloops, crusty shrimpers and pleasure cruisers, stiff skiffs and brawny barges. She asked about their adventures, and she imagined her own. Happens to all of us. The grass is greener on the other side of the harbor. One gusty morning, Lighthouse looked out over the harbor. The gulls perched on the pilings with fluffed up feathers, and the sloops and the skiffs bobbed at their moorings. But Brightness was nowhere to be seen. Lighthouse checked the docks and the shallows and the jetty. Uh-oh, look, bad storm coming, bad storm. Brightness was gone, and with her the fair summer weather. She didn't even say goodbye. Lighthouse felt as if her lantern had gone out. Sad. Uh-oh, crazy, crazy weather. Autumn slid into winter. Frost nipped the air, and the winds mounted, and the calm seas grew to angry swells. Through night and day, Lighthouse watched and waited and worried, until on the darkest night of the year, which, right, usually December 21st. Oh, caramba, a storm of epic proportions. That's a storm. Imagine being this tiny little boat on those big waves. Not a good thing. Lighthouse whirled her beam around and around through the freezing rain and across the thrashing waters. Brightness, she called. The storm, unhearing, surged on. Where is she? She cried to the wind, but the wind had no answer. I don't know how those birds fly and all of that. That's a question for the ages. Whoa! Whoa! Look at that! And look. Then, in the distance, a glimpse of a battered hull in the valley between the waves. Lighthouse flooded the darkness, shining with all her strength. Brightness, I'm here! I love this picture. It's this beautiful pathway of light for Brightness to find its way home. Brightness straightened her rudder and aimed for the inlet. Come to me, Lighthouse called, and she guided the little boat back home. Oh, remember the smiley face? Not so smiley anymore. Brightness floated limp into the cradle of the harbor. Sails split, rudder broken, she could barely speak. Lighthouse, she whispered, you saved me. No, you saved yourself. I only lit the way. This, again, another very cool, remember right up on that cliff? Look at that beautiful, strong, guiding light. Even after I left you to see the world, you led me back home, Lighthouse smiled. That is as it should be. It's like a mother to their child. Oh, and happy days again. The winter winds warmed and the chill lifted from the water. By the time the spring arrived, Brightness was mended and strong, and she bounced in her slip, eager for adventure, the tide pulling her heart toward the horizon once more. Don't worry, I'll be back soon, Brightness hoisted her sail and skipped away into the breeze. Oh, look, all the animals. Well, this is interesting. I think we have an octopus here. Looks it to me. And at the very end, right, on their way out, I know, Lighthouse called after her, but I will still worry, she said to the wind. The wind agreed, rippling the water, and that is how it should be. So the little boat learned its lesson about going too far, too fast, unprepared. You can't beat experience, my friends. You just can't. So, momentarily we will go over to our epic blue little table, and I will show you what I think is a darling craft. Welcome back. As I was just saying to Mr. Jared, aka the filmer of this episode, I love this craft. I love it. I love the simplicity, but yet also it's just very graphic and bold. Okay, that's that. So how do you make it? Well, you're going to have a couple of things to do to get ready. I would say first, get your boat color paper and color your boat as you so choose. I went with some red, orange, bright yellow, and if you notice, I don't know why I gave it a sad face, because really it's nice. Well, I guess the waves, I guess that's why I did it. But that's Brightness's little face, remember, from the book? And this is my main 495 boat, which is 495 is Belgrade. So that's my little Belgrade boat. So, okay, so you color your boat, and then, this is what I did. You could have calm waters if you want, but I wanted some fun waters. So I found this picture of ocean waves, and I colored them kind of like a sea blue, if you will, right? Kind of that gray blue, turquoisey, a little turquoisey. But anyway, so I gave it a color, and then I cut out the pieces I wanted. I placed it all where I thought it was right, and then, kind of one of my favorite parts of this, it's just these little strips of this light blue paper, which makes it look like waves, yeah? So it's just little blue paper that you make into cuts of wiggles, and you put them on there, and that's your waves. So you could have calm waters, you could have, big waves like I have, you decide. When you're ready to put it all together, I would use a glue stick or whatever. You will have a solid sheet of a darker blue, which is really kind of main water color, depending on the weather conditions. You'll have a piece of red construction paper, or as close as I can find to red. And why do you have that? Because without it, you've got to have it to support the back of the boat, or the boat will just fall down. Yeah? Okay? And then you glue on the way you want your waves to look, and you have got yourself, I think, a wonderfully beautiful ocean scene. Until next time, may all your waters be calm. Bye-bye.